So in the early 2010s, there was this like genuinely absurd amount of EXE content. Like if anything existed, you would probably find a picture, game, or something of a character being evil and killing characters from the same IP. And it literally started because some pedophile decided it would be cool to write a dumb story about Sonic having red eyes and killing people. Sonic.exe is this like massive horror staple on the internet for some reason. Looking back, I have no idea why this guy is as popular as he is, but to this day he is insanely popular online. Like even now there's people making games and content related to him. Like in some form it's similar to how FNAF kinda took the idea of something from your childhood now being all scary, but it still doesn't make sense why Sonic with dark eyes and red pupils with blood is like popular. Like this thing somehow created one of the biggest horror trends of the 2010s with literal thousands of games being spawned from him. And hell, he spread farther than just games and art. Like, do you remember those channels that would post 3 AM challenges and all of them did like one video where they would summon Sonic.exe? Cause I do.
Sonic? Was that you, man?
Wait, is that Sonic?
Sonic! What the— Sonic? What the hell? Yo!
This guy has literally not stopped making 3 AM content to this day and is still doing things with Sonic.exe as recent as 1 month ago. He's been doing this for like 6 years, I think. Honestly, the fact that Sonic.exe is still around to this day with games still being made based around or revolving around him is scary. Like the fact that Sonic.exe could outlive all of us is terrifying. Me or you could die and somewhere out there there's like 500 Chinese kids who will still be making content farm slop of Sonic.exe. Like Sonic.exe isn't even like the real point of this video. I just wanted to bring that up. Because what I want to actually talk about is some forgotten EXE games or games relating to creepypastas that are just completely forgotten by the greater public. Like none of the ones y'all definitely know, like no Sonic.exe, no Mario.exe, no fucking Sonic. Basically, I'm hoping you haven't seen another YouTuber talk about these games unless it was like 10 years ago. Anyways, this first game just completely goes against what I just said. So like before I start making jokes and talking about these games that are clearly from a different time, here's a quick warning of everything that could be harmful to you in this video. And one more thing, don't attack these developers, don't take my jokes too seriously. I couldn't make any of the games shown in this video just because I don't even have the skills to do stuff like this. These are all also clearly some people's first times making games. I'm just here to have fun and talk about these games because I remember watching people play these when I was really young and I thought these were actually like gut-wrenching, terrifying games that were only for the brave to play. Also, please consider liking and subscribing as it would make my day. So Sonic Fear is like the first part of a trilogy of games. Created back in 2014 by YesMan10, who's actually super talented. I'll link their channel in the description below because they made this remake of the Sonic CD intro and it's genuinely like the coolest thing ever. This game is clearly aged poorly. This game is mainly etched into my brain because of the playthrough Luigi Kid did back when it released. That and I was like deeply terrified of Tails Doll as a kid. Like Tails Doll was genuinely my biggest op for like 2 years of my life. But like playing this game now, yeah, this game's funny. Like, while I can say this for most EXE games of this era, like look at Mudahar's playthrough of Crash.exe.
Sure, man. Evil is spooky. What the fuck was that? That's like... What the fuck?
I do want to actually say the third part in the series seems to be good. I was gonna make a whole video on this series until I realized there was like actual lore that I'd probably have to cover if I wanted to make a whole video on this trilogy of games, which maybe I'll do one day, but probably not. Like honestly, the story for this one actually gets like convoluted as Kingdom Hearts. I wish I was joking, but it really does get like that. Anyways, the scariest part of this game is that when I first opened the game while recording with my friend, I got my eardrums blasted.
Yeah.
Alright. Oh, what the— Ow! Fuck! Ow! Damn! Bro, shit! Immediately! So once you finally get into the game, it just immediately throws you into quite literally hell. Also, yes, this image is constantly flickering on the screen in this section. It honestly isn't too annoying, so I can't complain about it too much other than how it's literally just the most popular image of Tails Doll that doesn't come from Sonic R. Also, what the fuck is this? So we see Tails covered in blood and like, oh no! 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 It's Gora, my favorite comfort character. Okay, no, what is that laugh? I have no idea why, but like they use this laugh like all the time in this game and it's so funny. Then Robotnik's soul is like hanging around for some reason. Pun not intended. So you know, Tails doll and his big blue cousin decide to beat up Sonic. Just a little bit though, they let him get his rings back. And then he decides he wants to play the worst game of tag ever, where he crashes out and goes AFK, then does a fake out, and then kills 4 Chow. This game just has a really weird issue with tonal whiplash, and I have no idea why. So like skipping forward a good bit, and by good bit I mean like 3 minutes, Tails is walking up to Sonic.exe. Oh yeah, Sonic's dead, that's something I skipped over. Trust me, it's not important. So Tails is walking up to Sonic.exe for some reason, and then the screen says, "This is not Sonic.exe game. This is Sonic Fear!" With Tails being pinned against a wall as he's left in anticipation of spikes that are slowly approaching him. With Sonic.exe evidently getting annoyed at the sound of Tails screaming in fear, and killing him faster, which is honestly really fucked up the more I describe it. Like, Jesus Christ, I just laughed my ass off at some incorrect spelling, and now Tails is getting mutilated. And then you play as Knuckles, and basically the same stuff happens as when you play as Tails, but like this time the music is actually unbearable because it's Metropolis Zone reversed, so it just like really makes you want to kill your. Also at points there's these like arrows telling you to go left or up and right, and like it's always just gonna kill you if you do the wrong option. Like there's no consequences. You just go back to the beginning of the section. Like, this doesn't matter in the slightest in Tails' section because it happens like at the beginning of Tails' section, so you just get sent back like nothing happened. But for some reason this happens towards the middle of Knuckles' section, so if you go up and get faked out by Tails doll, it just makes you go all the way back to where you were, then walk back again, because that's what you're supposed to do. It makes this section feel like so tedious for no reason. Oh yeah, I somehow forgot to mention the pictures when you're first walking through this section. You can see like a ton of pictures of Sonic and Tails doll, but it's like the same 3 copy and paste pictures of them just strewn around. Although something fun to mention is that there's like a fan remake of this game. It's alright, it's a massive improvement over the original, but I bring it up mainly just because this pixel art of Tails doll is genuinely so cool and made that part a highlight of the remake just because of how it showed off some really nice sprite art. Getting back to the game though, the pictures are suddenly empty and like, oh no, Knuckles! Okay, so we've seen Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles die. Who do we play as next? I honestly don't hate this. Like, sure, I'm still playing this game with what's basically a fly cheat. And yeah, we just kind of fly around and kill animals on the floor and you literally just have to kill all of them. And yes, it does become a wild goose chase of trying to find like the one squirrel you missed for 3 minutes. But the music's a vibe though, like just being "Can You Feel the Sunshine" slowed the hell down. Like, I'm sure back then this was supposed to creep the fuck out of people, but like, I'm just touching a couple sprites and I'm playing as MS Paint the Doll. I don't think that anyone is gonna be truly scared of this other than me when I was 5 years old. Once you kill all the animals, you get a cutscene of Tails doll killing Cream and he acts like a cartoon character. So like, I guess Tails doll is being all gassy and Sonic is like sad for some reason because of that. Then like Sonic gets pissed off at Tails doll because he hates gassy people. Then Sonic.exe appears and he's like, "Aw, shucks," and then they run away and like now Sonic's chasing them. In the Nightmare Before Christmas land, for some reason, like actually this song is either a rendition or instrumental of This Is Halloween from The Nightmare Before Christmas. I can't play it because I don't even want to think about what Disney would do to my channel if I used a second of this song in my video. This level isn't really anything to write home about, it's just like mediocre classic Sonic level design and nothing more. There's stock clip art of like ghosts and pumpkins everywhere and the ghosts hurt you no matter how you touch them.
I was ready to jump on the spoopy ghost just like a normal Sonic game. Then the ghost said, "Fuck you," as it was actually the "fuck you" guy in disguise.
Like, it's really whatever, and then we just have a Sonic.exe boss fight that takes no effort to beat at all, and then the game's over. We get one last fake out with another typo, and yeah, no, that's the game. If you can't tell, I don't want to talk about this game for much longer considering there's other games to cover in this video. This game kind of just has the issue of not being well designed and wearing its age on its sleeves. Like for its time it's alright considering I think we're only now hitting a renaissance in indie development where any Joe Schmo can download a game development software and watch a YouTube tutorial and make their own games just to sell for profit. Making this at the time he did and at the age he did really shows how much talent this person has though. Hey Dexter, this is the Creepypasta land part. This is the Creepypasta land part.
This is the Creepypasta song. We are evil Creepypasta stories.
Now this is one that I honestly hope people remember because I actually really want to talk about this one. This is an RPG Maker horror game that's basically like a whole celebration of classic creepypastas while at the same time being a genuine attempt at making a horror game that completely falls flat at least when looking at it now. I honestly expect you guys to remember this one super clearly or have no idea what this is. The game was made by someone whose first name is Lucas. Because I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name, I'm sorry. Just getting into the game, we have the option of playing as either a boy or a girl. I just chose being a girl for like literally no reason. I can't remember why, but I did. I also felt like naming her Ian. I have no idea why, but I named her Ian. So we start... Oh my god, the howl sound kills me every fucking time, I'm not gonna lie. So we start on day one going down seeing mom, and she's immediately like, "Hi honey, we're moving," which is shockingly relatable except for the part where it's right now and not a few months in advance. I wrote this script back in August. It's October now, so I'm moving in like very soon. Because apparently it's too quiet. Now's a good time to mention that just like the last game, the developer's first language is not English. Anyways, we now move to this big ass house. Like it's actually massive. There's like 2 bedrooms, a living room, a kitchen, and a pretty small backyard. A big back room and a basement with Jeff the Killer in it. So we pray the emo twink away. Yeah, no, that's like literally what happens. I'm not joking. And decide to tell my mom about it. To which she says, "Do you want to go to sleep?" And I say yes. And now I'm having a weird dream with Jeff the Killer chasing us and the game starts playing this over the top music. Then we just get stuck in a chain of getting caught by Jeff the Killer till we wake up, starting day 2. Day 2 begins and we decide to go meet the neighbors and see this guy Bloody, but he tells us to call him D, and I'm kinda glad because I know for a fact I could not say Bloody with a straight face more than twice. Upon meeting the neighbors, we were told to talk to their son as they think he has the same age of us. I really hope that was like a typo in the game and I'm not just saying that because I accidentally wrote that in the script. So we find him. His name is Ben. And yes, this leads somewhat into what you think it leads to. Ben reminds me of how I used to just hyper fixate on games and only talk about games and be a little bitch, so he's automatically my least favorite character. So then we're forced to help him play Majora's Mask. And I guess we suck cause Link dies. And then we decide to go leave and play in the woods. For some reason, Ben decides to tell us that the forest is always dark. Now that we're in the forest, this girl tells us to leave, but we don't because I saw a chest in the corner end. So we go in this hut instead, and then the girl from the second ago says, "Why didn't you listen to me? Like I told you to leave." And she tells us to sleep in our beds because it's safe in here for some reason. Then we're forced into another dream sequence where there's this thing that decides to tell us, "I'm here since you was born." And it's like the rake. And then it gets us. Ending day 2. Day 3 starts with this random girl Sally being in our house. She apparently talked to our mom and is watching Candle Cove on TV. Like, I'm happy there's a subtle Candle Cove reference. That's nice to see. But my mom literally left for work and left this girl in her room while I was still sleeping. Sally is low-key weird as fuck and has some of my favorite lines in the game just cause she is like actually unhinged. She literally says, "Even after the death, we will be friends." And then she wants to play Bloody Mary and this happens. After this strange altercation, Ben's in our house and he's like, "Ah, I found out about a story where this guy, Ben, played Majora's Mask and like drowned. Oh no!" So we tell him that drowning isn't real. And then Ben tells me that Sally is a weirdo, which is not shocking information in the slightest. Then says we should play Sonic R as Tails doll. on tag mode. Because that's something that normal people totally do. And yes, what you think is going to happen happens. So now there's spooky creepypasta surrounding me, oh no! With the solution being to talk to Sally, where she will tell you to stop screaming so loud, with all the creepy monsters and the Fred filter now suddenly gone. Ben says he needs some fresh air, so we go outside, get the worst jump scare I think I've seen in one of these games. This game is so fucking funny. Having a party that reacts to scares like this as if they're actually scared is way too funny. This suddenly makes the characters go on about how maybe fictional characters are real if Tails doll is real, with Sally specifically telling us that if Bowser or Eggman are real, she will laugh a lot. And we should also try to save Tails' haunted soul. To which Ben decides to go, actually, if you've read the creepypastas just like me, you would know that that thing don't even has a soul. I think we need to kill it. With Sally saying, if you kill that innocent doll, I will kill you slowly and drink your blood. I fucking love this game. We go up this like mountain thing and find Sonic, and he goes,
I am God.
So Sonic.exe chases us, and then the guy from earlier whose name I forgot does this like spell that I'm not even gonna try to say out loud and saves us from Sonic.exe. And then we go home and get sleep. With this stream having Ben next to Link and there's multiple My Little Pony characters, and for some reason Pinkie Pie is looking a little too happy and Ben's deciding to be Ben drowned. Ending day 3. You had a nightmare with Ben. Can you really trust in him? Honestly, it does start to make me wonder if drowning is real or not. So Ben's outside our house and tells us to go to the theater, where Sally lives because she invited us and I skimmed over it. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know why. So we start heading over to the theater and cross this bridge with Ben asking us if we think he's a monster and also whether we would drown him. With this sequence of events happening, which leads to this sequence of events. So this game isn't bad, and I wouldn't be against seeing all of it, but at the same time, I don't know if I actually feel like covering this whole game compared to the other games I'm playing, which are somewhere in this length as well. If you guys would want to see me do like a bigger video where I cover all of this game, get this video to like 1,000 likes or something, I doubt it would happen, but I'll do it if it happens. Overall, from what I played, I kinda thought the writing was funny. While it clearly tried to go for something more serious in some parts, I just don't think there was much of a suspension of disbelief to where this game could grab me and make me feel like I'm in a creepypasta land, or like scare me at all. Like, all of the scares in this game made me fucking die laughing. Hey Dexter, this is the Remember.exe part of the video. This is the Remember.exe part. Remember.exe and LostMemory.exe are the big climax for this video. I found this game after looking for hours online for an actually interesting EXE game, and honestly I think this is the best thing I could have found. So this game revolves around the Ben Drowned creepypasta by Traducible from back in the early 2010s, with this game being released as a part of an ARG back in 2014, and over time with other games as well, which most of them don't even seem to work anymore. Something I just have to mention is that you should probably play this on a virtual machine, or know that the copy you're playing is actually the original version of this game, because this game is known to do some like actually scary stuff to your computer. Back when this game first dropped, you'd go to this website and you'd be able to download like 3 different games, Remember.exe, LostMemory.exe, and Link.exe, and when you'd play them there'd be special events and things that could happen to you through the developer literally having control of the games through your PC. Like, apparently there's a ton of like special events you can't even experience anymore because the developer can't do the events that were set up, with the site and creator seemingly disappearing from the internet sometime in late 2015, I think. The only traces of the site is the Wayback Machine, and it seems to mainly just have the download links for the 3 games I just mentioned. There's like only one channel that actually has footage of Link.exe to my knowledge. It's this super small YouTuber Nifty who did what I think is one of the most comprehensive playthroughs of this game, where you can see like things that this game would do to you, which includes sending you emails, and it seems they could be like a ton of different things, from sending you a game, maybe just say 3 days, or maybe in having a picture of yourself. Remember.exe/lostmemory.exe experiences. In this thread, the OP was just asking for other people's experiences playing both Remember and Lostmemory.exe, and sharing their own experiences of the game through their like screen capped and captioned playthrough of the game, along with mentioning the game in the folder that it was in had disappeared with them losing some files. It's honestly really cool to see this. Something about the old format of screen caps Let's Plays has always been super intriguing to me, so let's see what the comments of this thread have to say. Okay, I got another email with a picture I'll post tomorrow. Not cool picking up info from the computer. It's all cool when it's for fun, but this is freaking me out. Edit. This is it. It really freaked me out last night. That's fucking me. Holy fuck, I'm so scared right now. Why the hell would it send you the picture of me? This has to be one of the coolest things I've ever seen done by a horror game. Getting your picture unknowingly taken, fucked around with, only to have like a monster in the background, as well as like removing your face completely to make it even creepier, and to send it to some like completely random other person is so fucking cool. And it feels like this happened so perfectly as well, like the person who did this wanted the person in the photo to find it. Like, I have no idea how they would have done this without, like, having it be outright perpetrated by the dev. I don't know, let me know if you think it's like a coincidence or the dev had more to do with this. I genuinely am curious. So that's a basic rundown of this game before I start playing. There's not much else to talk about besides the games themselves, because other than the one Reddit thread and another, like, random forum I was able to find the dev, like, talking about the game and how it's not really dangerous and giving a pastebin of the full source code that is sadly deleted, there's really nothing else to talk about. I don't know, maybe editing me will probably chime in. Okay, on to the actual game. In the folder I got the games with, there's a couple extra applications I haven't heard about before, but they don't seem to work. Like trying to open Lost Memory or a link will result in you getting a simple text box where it tells you, no. Null seems to be just that, null. Remember is the game which should work as long as you use the Play Again app, which only works on April 30th, 2015. If you try to use it on any other day, it will tell you that you're too late to use this file. Using it while it's on the correct day will just simply say done. I really tried to get this game running on my virtual machine, but for some reason on my virtual machine it would just not open. I changed the date and time on both my PC and virtual machine and it just would not open. It seems like this is an issue with like other people as well, but like I just kind of decided to thug it out. Don't be like me. Please don't. So upon opening the game for the first time, I didn't expect it to actually open because I was struggling to open it prior, and we're just dropped into a purely green landscape with two simple cube buildings in the distance. No music playing at all, just ambient sounds and our footsteps. When tabbing out of the game, it will try to turn off your computer, seemingly trying really hard to, as when I tried to stop it from killing my computer, it just immediately took me back to the shutdown screen where it says these apps are preventing you from shutting down and turned it off. This was actually so scary that I didn't open it until the next morning, because it was already nighttime and I was just tired from scripting the whole day prior. So the next day I opened up the game ready to actually finally play Remember.exe. Not long after starting, I found the Happy Mask salesman standing in what I thought was a T-pose, but upon finding out it was like a half T-pose, the game decided to hit me with a split second of the Song of Unhealing, with it then continuing to play vaguely just because I can barely hear it over like the sounds of the footsteps in this game. While walking towards the house closest to me, I noticed there was something on the floor in the house next door, so I just immediately like made that my next goal. Check out all the houses. Upon realizing what was on the floor, I immediately decided that maybe I want to check out the other house first, so I did. And then I found out you can jump in this game. I don't know why, but I half expected the game to like kill me in real life if I even thought about hitting the space bar. There's also like nothing in this house, so I just started bouncing my way to what is clearly Link's dead body. Upon reaching him, text simply states, he's not moving anymore. It's honestly just kind of chilling. No jump scare, no like big thing, hell not even like an extra sound to get your attention, just that simple line. With nothing else to see in this house, we leave and start heading for the third and last house, where the game audio starts to get all weird.
with anything.
We find ourselves in the same field as before, except it's extremely dark. The ground begins to shake with the moon from Majora's Mask now in the sky and seemingly getting closer. A light shines down from the moon and it's exactly where the Happy Mask salesman was. As we walk to the light, we see little shadowy figures flying up into the light. I thought these might be moon children, or like the moon children cult from the later parts of Ben Drowned, but since they never come up in any like real important way, I'm led to believe otherwise. So when we finally reach the light, this happens. Trying to check Task Manager made this weird occurrence happen. I tried opening the game again, but then it just laughed at me over and over while I tried to check a message from somebody on Steam. Yes, it turned my PC off again. So at this point I decided that I probably needed a break because I just got my PC shut off without my consent like 2 times within the last 12 hours. So I decided to come back a few hours later, this time with my friend Ethan, aka Antics, and play the game again. But not after like a small detour. I decided to try and show what happens when you play Lost Memory, but instead of the usual no, I was actually able to get into the game for like half a second, which was really weird. Deciding to play Remember.exe again afterwards, I was like thrown into what looked like a cave. But what kind of sucks is that I was not trying to have my computer close, so for this whole section of the game, there is no recorded audio at all. This section consisted of meeting the Happy Mask salesman who looks super pissed next to Epona, with Link for some reason floating while still in the same death pose as before. They don't seem to do anything when interacting with them, so we're just left to keep walking in this cave with the worst render distance I think I've ever seen. After this I realized I couldn't show my friend what was happening in-game because my clock was set back in time, so Discord was basically just only letting me stay in this call till I fixed my computer's clock. While walking in this cave, you kinda just see Ben, get stabbed, and then like get told you suck ass and that you need to lock the fuck in because there's no more chances after this. With the game again closing and like, at least this time not destroying the fuck out of my computer and like yelling at me. In the last section of the game, you're in another field. This time it has water as well, but the main thing you're going to be drawn to is the random house here. It has Cremia's model just inside without a face. So this is where you can get multiple different endings by playing multiple different songs from the actual Majora's Mask and the Song of Unhealing as well. From what I've heard, there was supposedly an ending that actually happened if you played the Song of Soaring that apparently led to a secret boss. I have no clue if that's actually the case or not, but I personally played the Song of Healing because I thought it would be like something good or probably something really, really bad.
Right, down, left, right, down.
Got it. I did it. Also, for this segment of the game, I actually decided to like record both the game audio and me and my friends, so here's my honest reaction to the ending I got. Oh fuck! Jesus, what the fuck? Shit! What the? I'm drowning, gang! I'm drowning! Gang, I'm drowning! You can't don't do that! Don't do that!
What?
Dude, I'm literally being drowned. Actually, like, hearing drowning noises, this is, like, uncomfortable. Oh shit, it's literally, like, no, I'm literally drowning. I'm hearing, like, literal, like, kid drowning sounds. This is kind of fucked up. Okay, so I know my reaction was kind of goofy, but that first part of the scare was actually perfectly timed. Like, it's specifically not in the doorway or outside, it's set like right before you get to the doorway. But at the same time, the drowning feels like it goes on for a bit too long. Upon reopening the game, I was shown this. I guess we wound up like Link. After playing, I looked up footage of all the endings, and it seems like a lot of them end up with you here. Although what they said earlier about not having another chance is a lie, because there's still the like play again app that lets you reset the game. While this would be the end of the video, there's still like one last thing to cover before I end the video. So earlier I said I was only able to get Lost Memory open for like half a second before it would crash, but upon beating Remember.exe, yeah, the game's playable now. Or at least just this one time. I guess it's like we just remembered our lost memory, because, you know, we just played Remember.exe. I guess it makes sense, I don't know. You start outside and it's like incredibly dark with an incredibly low render distance, similar to the second section of Remember.exe. There's a house like right in front of you when you start, and it seems like it's the only thing that's in this game. This large, honestly really empty 2-story house that is like just trying to be Silent Hill, and it's working on me completely while playing. Like, I was genuinely so scared something would just jump out or get me the second I try to open a door. Like, the second I do anything, I feel like I'm gonna turn around and like a big scary Ben drowned is gonna go get me. Like, look how much of a baby I'm being in this footage. I'm hugging walls and stuff so hard. Like, I'm lucky I had my friend there to make it less scary, cause like, bro, listen to what he's saying.
Obama hugged it. Like imagine you turn the corner and you see Obama, and he's like a little baby, he's like a little version of Obama, and he has like a big dick, and he's like, Obama hugged it.
I also hit the light switch of despair.
For this, because what was that?
Oh, what the fuck?
Drawing on the spun? What's this? What's this?
You can turn on the lights. Seems like there's nothing else that you can do, probably just because of all the ARG elements where the dev would like make stuff happen in the game that are just now gone, leaving us with this house that's empty and will probably never be fully accessible ever again. Unless people can somehow find out a way to like find what's behind these 2 locked doors in the basement and what I think is the parents' bedroom. I kind of hope that this will somehow get people to take a deeper look at what this game and its lost ARG is hiding. I don't know anything about like data mining or stuff of the sort, so I'm out of luck if I want to try to find out what's hiding in these games, sadly. Overall, this game is probably one of the better EXE games I've played, like revolving around one of the better original creepypastas. Having somewhat of a Gmod kind of feeling, like as though you're always being watched even outside of your computer, and I kind of love it, along with just having some lost media and content that I really want to see resurface one day. Thank you so much for watching me ramble on about these like forgotten EXE games from like the 2010s. It was fun to go back and play some old EXE games that I hadn't thought about in like forever, giving them more of a critical look now and knowing the difference between like dumb horror and good horror. If you've made it this far, please consider liking and subscribing, as it would make my day, and I'll see y'all whenever I next upload.